The time of year, everybody's talking weddings, so you probably know somebody that's getting married if you may not be one of them. And you know, it can get really expensive when you're planning this wedding. Things start to add up fast, but there is one easy way to save. Our fashion producer Melissa Sy and our makeover team from New Reflections show a Coon Rapids bride-to-be how to do her own hair and makeup for her special day.
Hi, my name is Rachel Craig and I'm getting married August 20th. Really on a budget. I would like to be able to do my hair and makeup myself.
Hi, Coley and Anthony.
Hi.
This is Rachel, our bride-to-be, and she is all set to learn. Are you guys ready for her?
We're ready for you.
Okay, Rachel, tell me what you're thinking about doing for your wedding day.
My inspiration is this picture I found of Keira Knightley. She's kind of got some loose waves going on and definitely a dramatic eye, but it's not too bold.
Okay, Rachel, I'm going to show you how to use a curl rod. A curl rod is just basically the rod without the handle. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to recreate that textured curl that you kind of see in that vintage 20s and 30s. So I'm going to take a section of hair and I'm going to wrap that hair around the rod. Now I'm going to have you try this. Pointing it down. Yep. Wrap it around the rod. Be careful not to burn yourself. It's hot. Go ahead and take another section. Keep going. You're doing really good.
This is actually the curling iron that I use on my hair. Can you tell a difference between a regular curling iron and this curling iron?
Definitely. It looks more loose and more natural.
We're going to spray your hair first before we pin it up. We're just going to give it a little bit of a cutting edge, just kind of sweep it over to the side. But first we want to spray it to create that shape and then pin it up. Okay, when you take the bobby pin, you want to make sure that this little ridge is actually going to be in your scalp. That's what's going to hold it in place. So when I'm pinning, you want to crisscross those bobby pins to make it hold. Okay, if you're finding this a little too difficult, this is when you have your bridesmaids step in, have someone come and help you.
Rachel, Coley gave you a lot of tips and she showed you how to do your hair. Do you think this is something, though, that you could actually do on your wedding day?
Yeah, it was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
And you'll always have your bridesmaids there to help you.
Totally.
So what I did was just put the dual foundation, the tinted moisturizer on a little tray, and then we're just using a blush brush. It'll be a quick application. It'll give you a nice airbrushed, flawless finish. I just usually like to go back with the brush and just go down, even strokes going down all across the face. Since our face is covered with hair, we want the product to go down and kind of go with the grain of the hair so we don't see any texture, and it just gives that nice, flawless look. Okay, Rachel, now to really get the vintage feel, the eyeliner is going to be a key important part of the eye. What I'm going to use is mascara. I'm going to use an angled brush, and we're just going to take the mascara right off of the brush, and we're going to start right at the middle and just concentrate as close to the lash line as possible. And then just give it a little flick when you get to the corner. All right, Rachel, now it's your turn to try the liner.
Oh, whoopsies. A little too much flick.
Oops, that's all right. Then what I would do is just take our complexion brush and a little bit of the tinted moisturizer, and we're just going to erase it.
All right.
And since we're going for a more vintage look, and with any bride, I always recommend a little false lashes. Today we're just using individual tab lashes. They're a lot easier to kind of master the trick of getting them on. And then I just kind of make a little fish hook. So we're going to go down into the lash line and then pop it up.
I think that this will be something I can duplicate because the hair is more of a messier look. It's not super polished and super, perfect pins. It's just more messier. And I think I'll be able to do this on my own. I love it. This is exactly what I want to do. It's exactly what I want. So I'm very happy.
Looks nice.
I know.
It's really good.
When you have an inspiration like that and it really comes out looking like that. She looks great. She should totally stick with the red lips. They look fantastic.
Looks nice.
So New Reflection is in Aveda Salon and the official hair salon of Twin Cities Live. We love it. It's where John and Emily and I all go to get our hair done.
Yes.
And they have locations in Plymouth, Maple Grove, and at Ridgedale Mall in Minnetonka. I just went to the Maple Grove one on Sunday.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Pretty nice, yeah. And they're great. They're fabulous. They'll help you out there. Also, if you want to book an appointment or if you missed any of Coley or Anthony's tips, you can go to KSTV.com, click on Twin Cities Live, and then be well. And then we also want you to thank New Reflections for sponsoring Twin